Okay, so incredible effort by our football team. All right. Um, love the attitude. I love the fight that we have under, fairly adverse conditions. However, when you have 3 turnovers in the red zone, you're not going to beat Stillwater High School. Okay. Now, they moved the ball, did a good job. Did some nice things on offense. Defense, they held them to how many yards was it in the first quarter? 10 yards in the first quarter. Okay. That's K-State, guys. Arguably one of the best QBs in the league and all that stuff, right? So they held them to 287 total, 284. They did a great job, man. They laid it out on the line, and I appreciate them. And I will always appreciate every one of these guys the rest of my life. I'll always remember this team. Always. I will always remember this team because I don't know how many teams could lace them up and go out there and fight like our guys do. I don't think there is one. It may not be one, but I just appreciate every one of those kids and the effort put forth by the coaches that put together a game plan and get these guys pointing in the right direction and get them out there ready to fight. So, again, defense played good enough to win. Offense played good enough to win except for the turnovers. And we had an opportunity down at the end to get a holding penalty, backs us out, and that was kind of it. It always comes down to about 5 or 6 plays, especially when it's a game like that, a one-score game. So that's it. All right, questions? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pissed. So I just, you just want it so bad for these kids, And you got to look them in the eye every day, and they go to it, and they work hard, and they believe what you tell them, and you sell them on an idea and a scheme, and they believe in you, and you go out there and you fall short. It's just like eventually it kind of wears you out, you know what I mean? It's kind of like the dealer's flipping 21 every time. It feels like sometimes, but I can tell you this, there ain't no quit in us. We're going to go out there Sunday. Tomorrow, we're going to do what we got to do. And then Monday, we're going to go right back to it, and we're going to give Central Florida a shot, and we'll see what happens. We're pretty close. I mean, we've got it whittled down to the kids out there. The guys are on the field, man. It means a lot to them. And I just, it's just at some point, you would think that something good will happen, and we got 2 more left to let that occur, so we'll find out. Which one are you talking about? Oh, yeah, and then it's huge. It's unfortunate, you stop them and everybody's excited and then they got the ball. There you go again. It's like it's a turnover, It's like you just gave them another possession because we should have had it. And it's another opportunity. But guys played hard. We did make some mistakes on both sides of the football. We got caught with 12 on the field and they scored anyway, so it really didn't make you feel as bad. If they'd have hit it and we had 10, we'd have felt really bad. But I think they had a little snafu there. But it's pretty raw right now for me. I'm just, man, we're right there. I just felt like we were going to win it, and again, just mistake here or there, and give him the ball. And like that first one, it just happened to come around from behind, just barely clip his arm and knock the ball out. So the last thing on earth you'd want to have happen, So. But it happened, and then we just kept fighting back, and then we turned it over again, and we kept fighting back. We were right there at the end to win it, and it just didn't happen. So,
How does it make you feel to see Parker Roberts and
God, what a guy, right? He'll be the CEO of something one day. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy, he was a walk-on from where? Somewhere in Texas, right? What a baller. When he hits you, he knocks you down. He knocks you backwards and has a great instincts for the ball. And, he had an interception, and he's such a great kid, man. You're not going to find a better kid than that. He's just, it's hard to find things wrong with him. No one thought he could do it, or he wouldn't have walked on. And he thought he could, and he's probably one of the most productive, best guys we got over there. It's hard to do that these days, to walk on and be not just on the team, but be starting and kind of leading the charge, because they're doing some good stuff over there. It's fun to watch a great kid have success like that did it the hard way,
Just overall, what would you make of the way this defense played today?
I mean, they held K-State to 284. I mean, has anybody done that? Maybe. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, you hold anybody in this league under 300. That's a major accomplishment. It's hard to do in the Big 12. They made them punt. I don't know how many times, 6, 7 times. I mean, they did a good job. They held them at bay for the most part. They had a couple plays, but just proud of those guys. I mean, you can see in their eyes they want it bad, and they fight their butts off. And you just hope what we have left in the season we get one. So.
Parker came out. You talked about Parker earlier, but he comes out the first drive of the second half and has the interception, gets you the ball back.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of leading up into this game? I mean, Parker's had some really good games this year. What's just kept going for him?
He's got great character and loves football and loves his team. He just loves his team. And he's a kid that had to do it the hard way. Nothing was given to him, so he has this opportunity. He takes advantage of it. He appreciates it, probably more so than some 5-star kid. You know what I mean? So it's good to see a guy like that, because what happens, some of these other guys that may not be all the way in, they go, holy cow, this guy's a walk-on. He is killing it. Why can't – okay, now I'm going to do it. And it just bleeds into the rest of the guys, He leads by play. And he also leads off the field because he's such a good kid. So, and there's other guys out there that played really well today too. So, just proud of him, man. He did good.
Doug, the 3 red zone turnovers, did you see anything? I guess
Schematically, what happened?
Any similar problems on all 3 of those?
Yeah, 2 times, twice I think, and I'm not trying to point fingers at anyone, but 2 times our tight ends got beat in protection. That one I know for sure. I don't know about the third one. But that was the double pass, wasn't it? Yeah. Just a kid trying to make a play. There's a guy in his face and just threw it up for grabs. But he, 2 times in protection. It was a max pro scheme, and those guys gave up 2 sacks.
We didn't get a chance to ask you earlier this week, but as an alum, what's it like seeing Desmond Blackman's name on the ring?
Oh, it's awesome. I didn't coach him directly, but me and Gunnar Brewer switched sides, so we coached one side and then swapped to the next. I coached him here and there, and could have used him today, But, the guy won 2 Belenikofs, which has only been done one other time. I think Crabtree did it. What a fierce competitor, and, Brandon Weed knows a lot to him, because when things didn't look good, he'd just throw it to him and he'd make it happen, So I'd say in my career, best receiver I've ever been around on a team, I know there's probably guys that are arguably better, but on a team that I coached on, he's probably the best one, I think.
You've talked on occasion this year about what this opportunity for you to be the head coach of your alma mater
Mm-hmm.
has. The things you were talking about earlier with the fight you're seeing from this team, is that just kind of
Yeah, man. There's a lot to be not happy about, but at the end of the day, just the fight and the struggle, and maybe somehow affecting a kid the right way where the rest of his life, this experience may help him get through some times that may not be great, And he ends up reflecting back on this and coming back from adversity in the game of life, makes you feel good, because you don't get what you want, you get a lesson. So they've been getting a lot of those, and that's kind of really why you do it, to have some kind of positive effect on a kid that otherwise may not have had a life that he would probably have had not come through here and going through it. So, yeah.
Zane's been here for a long time, but you got to remember it's only his 7th game ever.
Yeah.
He's still learning. A game like this, he can take things away from him.
Yeah, he's a steady player. He's not going to get you beat, and he's always in the right spots. They do a good job coaching him, and glad we have him. He's a great kid, good player.
How do you evaluate Zane's performance today?
Well, I have to watch it entire, because some of the stuff, we complete or don't complete, and some of it depends on coverage and where the receivers are at, and looking at his progression, and just from looking at on the sidelines, apparently he did pretty good. But I'm quite sure there's some stuff in there we can find, that wasn't good. But for the most part, from the naked eye, it looked like he did pretty good.
Do you have an update on
Who?
Malik?
Oh, no. We'll find out. I think he obviously it's something that requires intensive care. You don't want to. I think it was more preventative than just being careful than anything. What it felt like, but he had. He had something you can't just assume he's okay, type thing. But I think it was a little bit more precautionary.
Sometimes you see when you have guys in that scary situation, it kind of sucks energy away from the rest of the team because they get worried, it takes them out of the game. How did you feel about the way your defense played after that?
Yeah, I don't think they flinched, you know what I mean? I mean, they felt bad for a fallen comrade, but I think at the end of the day, they were so focused, I think they were, I felt like they're all over there hitting a knee and were worried about him. And but as soon as they took him away and they just, they went on to the next thing and just kept balling. I don't think it really affected them.
Doug, I know you made a personal point of having close to Bradford and trending here today. I know you've spoken about the fans before this year. They're the folks who are involved.
Oh, the wave guy? Yeah. He and his sister.
That's so important to you to happen here.
Well, I mean, I tried to get him here the game after they did the thing, and they went to a Formula One race, so they did. So we had to work it out on their schedule. But I don't know, to see that in the stands, and I don't know if you guys notice. You watch other games, you see other people doing. Now it's kind of a national deal, right? I've seen other games where people are doing the stands at their games as well. So, I mean, I thought some frat kid is a 30-something-year-old. And hats off to him. He's not like the most physically fit looking dude I ever seen, so hats off to him. But no, I just appreciate his enthusiasm. I want to reward him for, getting the fans into it. And you look up here today, they're still up there getting after, This is pretty cool.
Thanks, guys.
All right, man.